What is going on, Clippers fans? Welcome to season 4, episode 4 of Clips and Dip. If you caught our 6-second live before we recorded this, thank you for hanging out and for having the alerts on. You can put those alerts on at youtube.com/@Clippers Podcast. Clips and Dip is back. We took a bit of a hiatus. There's been birthdays, there's been trips. Some of us have been called out personally on Twitter to debate decades of basketball versus other decades of basketball.
God.
It was
You
not
know
Will.
what? I'm not doing this, S. I was about to yesterday. I said, let's go game on with this former player, 1 year professionally, now a coach maybe somewhere, who loves calling everyone clowns and just screams at everyone that disagrees with him. I feel like that might be bad for the brand, and I should just chill.
That is Adam Oslin. I'm Chuck Mockler. William Updike is here. The trio is back.
I'm not engaging in any decade arguments. All right.
Yeah. We all know the best 10 years of basketball were the first 10 years because that's when the game was really getting, I don't know. I have no energy to
The
debate.
fundamentals.
And you can't spell fundamentals without
fun.
We're talking the schedule. We're talking giveaways. There was a massive, I think, marketing mess up for the NBA store that we're going to talk about. But the schedule has been released. We've had some time to sit with it. How are we feeling? Let's open it up. We're going to talk about the quirks of it too. Will, how are you feeling about this Clippers schedule? They scheduled us for 82 games, which I thought was unfair.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fine. It's curious that we kind of thought. I feel like the last couple years at Staples or Crypto, whatever. We kind of thought that, we kind of thought that we were on the verge of maybe something better or a little bit more favorable. And it doesn't seem like that much has really necessarily changed. But I think, is anybody ever happy about their schedule? Is anybody ever like, oh man, we're going to cruise our way into 55, 60, and it's going to be a great time. Not only a couple of back-to-backs, no 3 and 4s or 3 and 5s. I don't know that that's happening for anybody.
In the West is just difficult. You're not going to have an easy schedule if you play in the Western Conference.
Especially when there's teams that are in Memphis that are in the Western Conference. Like, just from a traveling perspective, some of it's asinine. It makes no damn sense.
That's fair.
How do the Charlotte Hornets travel like 2,000 miles less? I know we're way on the West Coast, so it makes sense the Clippers are going to have to travel. How are the Charlotte Hornets? They're like bottom 5 in most miles traveled. That's crazy to me.
They're trying to make it as easy as they can on the Hornets. Anyway, they
deserve it.
They're just trying to help Charlotte out. The darlings of the league. Well, they don't want LaMelo driving. We know that much. Well, I like your point, though, of like, oh, we only have a couple back-to-backs. Like, the Clippers do have 15, which is a lot. At this
Isn't
point,
that par for the course, though?
I think I'm jaded.
It's not most in the league anymore. We'll take that.
Isn't it not most in the league by 1?
Yeah, we'll take that. I mean, the Lakers have 14, so they're 1 behind the Clippers. At first, people were saying it was 12. I was like, what? This will not stand.
That 2-game difference.
Big.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk. I mean, I have obviously one huge concern with this schedule. It's the month of March.
Enough games?
18. There's 18 games in March. We could spread it out a little bit. 18 games in March. Starts with a 5-7 in 4 different cities. Shout out to Justin Rousseau for that crippling travel stat. And there's another 5-7 in the month. That kind of hurts. If you've listened to this pod, you know it's my least favorite month. 18 games is a lot for an old Clippers team during crunch time. They went 10-7 the last time they had 17 games in the month, which I think we were all pretty happy with. So if they can go 11-7, I'd feel great.
I mean, it'll get them ready for a condensed playoff schedule, no doubt, that the Clippers also usually get. So it makes sense. I thought I saw like there's some benefit going on with the 18 games in March. Like there's
fresh legs and
there's some string
April.
of games where maybe they stay on the Pacific time zone for a while. I don't know. Or maybe they're at home for a bit. I thought I saw one positive thing about it.
Well,
They
I'll
get
try
more
and
days off conceivably at some point earlier in the season if you're getting 18 days in March, right?
That's true.
Or right after in
Well,
April.
they have so pre All-Star game, they have 29 road games and 23 home games. Post All-Star break, which involves March, 17 home games to 11 road games. So a fair amount of those are going to be home.
That must have been it. That's beneficial.
We're at home for
I don't think you change time zones if you're at home.
They might make the Clippers this year. Wait, they have 4 games with an 8 p.m. start time, which is insane because that's 8:15, 8:20 for the NBA.
That's the new NBC thing going on.
Dude.
The Tuesday night spectacular.
Yeah, at 8 p.m.
I'm with it.
Staying up late to hear Jordan talk about how soft these guys are on NBC.
Right. I do
it's
think
half the team's bedtime, so they're super motivated to put it away early.
They're doing this, and it's like it's not the Steph. I need to go to bed. The first 20 games people feel optimistic about, which is
run it down.
I'm going to list these so fast. I'm going to list them really fast 5 times. Utah, you got the Suns, Trailblazers, Golden State, Pels, Heat, Thunder, Suns, Hawks, Nuggets, Dallas, Boston, Philly, Orlando, Charlotte, Cleveland, which that road trip seems a little tough. Lakers, Grizzlies, Mavericks. So, not an incredibly easy stretch, I think, especially with that trip to the East Coast when I rattled off all those teams that are in the East Coast. But I like the start of, the first 4-5 games, you can get some good momentum to just start the season.
Yeah,
we don't really know what Golden State's going to look like.
This is true. It'll probably be pretty good. Don't know what's going on with Kuminga, but they'll at least have Jimmy Butler now for the full season, and they were pretty damn good when they got him. I like the Phoenix, Portland back-to-back home games after starting off on the road in Utah. Can deal with that. It is kind of a disadvantage to get Utah earlier in the season before maybe they start to decline and fade later in the year.
They always seem to get hit late. They always seem to get hit late.
Yeah, it's weird.
Terrible
they hit
luck.
themselves late, like Fight Club.
Do you think this team is capable of starting quickly? And I don't mean that from a talent perspective. I mean that from getting to know each other, age, basically.
I think a full training camp is huge. I think a fully healthy training camp, it won't be at its penultimate form, but I think that gives you a pretty good shot at coming out the gate strong, especially with some softer competition. Theoretically, would be a great time to sort of tune up. Would be a great time to get your foot on the gas and sort of get out early. While you still have, all your cards in line and ready to go, because who knows what some of these other stretches could be like. Who knows, how many rotation players we could have available in March. So, yeah, you'd hope so. And I think it's not going to be its penultimate form because we haven't seen this collection together. But I wouldn't rule it out. I don't think they have to start the season slow just because they're old. I don't think that is a guarantee.
I didn't say it was a guarantee. It just, they're old.
Real old. Is it 33.2 average age? Or
something like that.
There's 2 different ones based upon minutes on the court. That one's even older.
There was a disingenuous stat put out by one of the aggregators. I remember, but they're still old. I'm not trying to absolve that. But Adam, how do you think they can get? I like the full training camp point. Everyone's healthy. I like that point. I forget what it's like to have a fully healthy team going into training camp.
Yeah, and I wonder if starting roles are already going to be established going in, or they're going to have those guys compete, even though they probably have a pretty good idea who's going to be in the starting lineup. I don't know, but as long as Kawhi is healthy and ready to go in training camp the way he was 2 years ago. Now they didn't start off the year great. They might have been 2-1 before they made the trade or something. They were starting off slow before they got James Harden, and then they lost 5 games in a row immediately with him. But I don't
That was
know.
a fun time for Discord.
It's great. Everybody said it was over. He's making us worse. Put Russ in the starting lineup.
James off the bench. That was a take people had.
Some still believe. Some are gonna say James off the bench with CP3 this year. I guarantee it. They're gonna do that. That's gonna happen.
Wait till he's gonna unlock Zoo, dude. You'll see.
But no, the training camp. It's a great point. Get this team healthy. It's all about Kawhi having a healthy offseason where he can train as he normally can. That bodes well for having everybody on the court. And it won't be in Hawaii, so I don't know if they're going to Vegas or where they're going for it this year.
Oh yeah, let me do some quick research.
Maybe they'll just do it into a dome and stay there because they got the best facility in the world. I don't know.
They'll do Seattle, right?
I think there is a preseason game in Seattle.
Is there?
Yeah.
I know they got one in Oceanside. There's only 4.
The Oceanside one would be fun to go to.
Oceanside into a dome. It was dope last year. I loved it.
Yeah, I bet.
That was really cool, intimate little place. It was fun.
They should rename the Intuit Dome the Intimate Dome. That's a good name.
Quick rebrand.
Yeah. The Clippers do have their longest homestand is 5 games. They have 2 of those, which is pretty cool. Longest road trip, 7 games. Just one of those.
And the 7th game is against the Lakers, so they're back in LA.
Right, yeah. That'll be the crypto takeover.
Well.
Yeah, probably not. Do we even want to bother with any kind of record prediction? People have been throwing out predictions on Twitter. I think record predictions, especially for a team like the Clippers, what's the point? No disrespect to people who try and make them, but this is a volatile team availability-wise. I don't know what Vegas has us at. Let me check. I think we might be at 42 for Vegas.
The over-under? No, it's 47.5. 42 would be
Adam, you've been keeping up on these betting lines lately?
I noticed
this is a shocking development
on Twitter. When people aren't calling me stupid and attacking me on Twitter that way, they're actually showing some useful information.
Well, the love pendulum swung back from Vegas this year. Adam was right because of information other people told him. 46.5. Ooh-wee.
Smashing that over?
Hey, we do not give betting advice on this show, but if I had $20, I would probably buy a pack of trading cards instead.
It has been bet down then because it started at 47.5.
That might have been from a different book. Everyone's got their own.
True, but a full games,
Yeah, because they're betting down because I think that makes sense. A lot of games because for a team, again, that's new, the health, I think all of us were a little scarred from a health. You can't predict this. These are the on paper. How many best Clippers squads have we had the last entire 2 wins? You know what I mean?
52 wins.
Damn. Is 52 wins the new it's our year, Will?
I don't know. Again, I watch we don't have our regular starting 5 for 22 games.
How many wins would you give them if we could say Kawhi plays 50 and Bradley Beal plays 55 and James Harden's good for 70 and CP3 is good for 60? How many wins would you give that team?
I think that's a team that could win. Yeah, I'll say 46. 46 to 48 games. But I also don't want them to have
That's
to go.
it?
I don't want them to go all out. I don't want them to burn themselves up in the regular season. They burn.
So you think that team, assuming that health, is
150
worse than last year's squad?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I don't know. What are you putting
Well,
it
I
at?
played
50?
37 last year.
Are you putting it at 50?
No, I would put that at like 54 games, maybe.
52.
If I'm getting 50 from Kawhi and
I don't think. I mean, 50
55 from
Kawhi.
Beal and James Harden, just give me 70. He doesn't got to play, 78 or whatever it was this past year.
He will, though.
He might.
No, yeah, you're right. Just
Kawhi's regular season win percentage, like, it's
Right.
ridiculous.
He didn't lose a regular season game.
until he got in the
Not a one.
Yeah, plus 50. It's a difficult balance because I think they're old. We know that seeding matters. We think we are a seeding matters pod, I think, as a collective. I'd like to be top 3. They're probably not going to be 1 because the Oklahoma City Thunder are here.
One's taken.
1.
But you think they can get? You're still thinking that they could get top 3 with 48 wins with everything going right? As Adam just ran.
No, I'm not coalescing that. I'm not saying that would be the.
It's like I don't think that's getting you 3. I don't think 48 wins is getting you 3, man.
Yeah, in that scenario, the Thunder win 70 games, and everyone else. No, but that's what I mean. Like, there's this balance for me of really going all out for that 2 or 3 seed.
Yeah, they should just do it, man.
And staying whatever our version of health is going to be. But I do like, honestly, that they should just go for it.
Just go for it.
To me, it's all about getting a 3 seed. Because then if the Thunder get the number 1 seed, you won't match up against them in the second round, right? It's 1 plays the 4-5 like this year.
Yeah.
That to me is the most, just going off path of least resistance way too far out before the season starts.
On August 19th.
Avoiding, I'm pretty sure about avoiding the OKC Thunder until you have to play them in the Western Conference Finals would be optimal.
Being said, though, with an older team, would you like to face them earlier? When you got a little bit more wind in your sails.
No fun.
That's my thing about the going all out. Like, obviously, don't play guys through injuries or on the verge of a more serious injury. Other than that, yeah, absolutely go all out. There's no guarantee that if we somehow half-ass it through a swath of the regular season and end up 4 or 5, that we're suddenly going to be able to get to some different level in the playoffs, that there's going to be some guaranteed health. So yes, you should absolutely get the best seed you can possibly get without further injuring any player.
Especially because some people really thought that they got too much time off, and that was part of the issue against Denver.
No.
People said that, like, I don't know.
No, I know, but that was not the issue.
Like, they lost their rhythm. They played so well at the end of the year, 18-3 the last 21 games, and then you get a week off. You get a top 6 seed, you're getting a week off at least. So get a top 3. Get 3. Get it. Please.
For
Get
the love
2.
of God.
3 for CP3, please.
Get 2. Yeah, all right. I'm changing. Yeah, my answer is now go all out. I'm on go all out trade.
Like what? I mean, it just behooves you to have the best possible seeding, because seeing this team, again, talking about the age and everything, winning 16 playoff games, buddy, you're gonna need every damn advantage you can muster, and that starts by not having to play your way out of the 4 or 5.
Yeah. 46 wins, 47 wins last year. Yeah, that'd be the 9 seed.
Well, 2 through 5 was like 2 games, right?
Yeah. 50, 50, 50, 52. Number 1 was the Thunder with 68 for wins. So
And that was with them missing Chet Holmgren for 2 months.
Yeah, that's true. And he's been doing those punch you in the face drills or whatever that's going around on Twitter.
Oh, landmine.
Yeah.
Not a lot of weight on that thing.
No, well, you can't have a lot of weight on it when you're Chet Holmgren. All right, so our record prediction is please get the 2nd or 3rd seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
53 wins.
The only way OKC doesn't get number 1 seed is if they had a major injury.
Yeah, and let's.
And again, they had
We're
one
not-
last year, and they still won 68 games.
Yes.
Yeah, they could be too sleepy though.
They need to.
It's true. A lot of partying. A lot of partying this offseason. You know what the Clippers are doing? Sleeping.
Cryogenic chambers.
Yes.
It's like alien Earth. They're just waking up and
Yep.
out of their little pod.
They're doing
Wake
that
up.
thing where they manipulate time, where like 6 a.m.
Mhm.
to noon is one day, and then
Boom.
noon to 6 p.m. is like a second day. They're getting like 3 full days in for every normal person day, 3 to 4.
They're waking up. They're being grouchy because they're old.
They need their coffee.
They need their coffee.
And Amir's in Milwaukee.
Okay. Also, yeah. Shout out Amir Coffee. First time
Yes.
we've done a pod. I'm gonna miss Amir. He was a great Clipper. One of the longest tenured Clippers, if you just kind of think about like two-way everything connected of this era. But shout out Amir Coffee. I hope he crushes it in Milwaukee.
I mean, Giannis definitely isn't going anywhere now.
Oh yeah, he's a dude. He slid them
He's
one.
got all the help he needs.
He slid him a piece of paper with coffee written on it, and they said, best we can do is a 1-year deal.
It's like the Kramer. You get unlimited coffee. I'll take it.
Yeah. Like, whoa, Jonas. Okay, great. All right, so yeah, we are on. Please, the healthy training camp. They could be a top 3 seed. The 2 or 3.
And the other reason top 3 is so important, historically, outside of the 95 Houston Rockets in the modern era, nobody else has won a championship that was lower than 3. So get top 3.
Get top 3. And let's have a home series at Intuit. Huh? Let's do
Yes.
That would be fun. For some reason, the nightmare of that alley-oop popped in my head the other day when I was doing yard work, and I thought I got hit by a flashbang.
Did you break
like,
over your knee?
No, I like fell over. I was like, I woke up. I was sitting up. Hat was off. It was horrible. The schedule release video was wholesome. Shout out to the media team. They had Yannick out there trying to advertise the Clippers schedule to people. It was a good time.
Yeah. No complaints.
They kept their tradition, which is rare for me personally from their schedule release videos. They kept up their tradition of not putting anyone. Kawhi was in the beginning off a really good green screen record that they did, but
Hey, Rook.
yeah, he just got up. He's grouchy. Drop your schedule or drop your record predictions for us at Clippers Pod on Twitter or at Clippers Podcast on the YouTube. Coming up, we're talking the giveaways, which might be more important than the actual schedule itself. I don't know. That's where a lot of the discourse is going these days. We're going to be talking giveaways and then dip talk coming up in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Welcome back into Clips and Dip, your favorite Clippers podcast to follow during the off season. We're talking about the schedule. The schedule release came out, which is, of course, the biggest news that's really going on right now. We talked about some advantages, disadvantages for the Clips. Now, let's get into the ever-important giveaways, because we know this team, they love to give stuff away. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's But, Charles, what do we got to look forward to in terms of giveaways for the 25-26 season?
All right, so we're going to break this up into bobbleheads and then other giveaways, because there's a shit ton of other giveaways, I feel like, compared to their usual year, which is great. So the bobbleheads, and no designs have been revealed yet. We got
not done.
yeah, no shit. Great segue. Chris Dunn is the first bobblehead on January 12th. They kind of start late this year. Chris Paul on February 2nd.
No bobbleheads till January?
That's what I'm saying. James Harden on February 22nd. That's going to be a Lunar New Year one, so I feel like that one's going to be sick. Bradley Beal on March 4th. Already got a bobblehead. March 16th, Nico Batum, and then March 25th, Kawhi Leonard.
I think the reason teams wait to do their bobbleheads till later in the season is in case they're having a down year and there's still a reason to go. But we don't got to worry about that with the Clippers, baby.
Not when they're winning 50 whatever games. I think that's a great call, Adam. Justin Russo, Clippers journalist and former French-Canadian trapper, pointed out that the Nico one should be similar to Danilo Gallinari's when Danilo was dunking on the Leaning Tower of Pizza. It's pretty awesome. I want to see Nico dunking on the Eiffel Tower or blocking a shot off the top of the Eiffel Tower would be sweet.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that'll be good.
Which of these are you guys most looking forward to? Tell me.
Give me the CP3. Like, are they going to do something retro for him? So you're going to be like a half jersey where it's the old Clippers jersey red and then a new jersey red on there? I don't know.
Ooh,
Something to
cool.
pay homage to his entire Clippers career.
You could work for Jostens, dude. That's a good idea. Who does the bobbleheads? They do the rings. I assume they do the bobbleheads too.
Maybe it will be two CP3s on there, like the past and the present. Like that picture that they put out.
Like a half old, half young, like the face-off poster.
Great movie. I mean,
That's not old
Or
and
for
young.
Chuck-
That's just Travolta and
it's Nick Cage.
That's true. Maybe that's how he sees his tenures with the Clippers. 10 years Cage, 10 years, more Travolta. I think I'm excited to see the Lunar New Year Harden one. Harden's bobbleheads have kind of pushed. Harden's bobbleheads have kind of pushed the boundaries because they've been like they had the combable beard on one, which was kind of off-putting, but also people liked it. Will, what are you most excited for?
Damn. Whoa, Ray. Felted Ray, Nico Batum.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that. He's a French mime.
Maybe it should be all Batum battalioned out, where he's in commander type gear, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's a Batum
It's like a Napoleon thing going on.
Maybe you press a button on it, and as Brian Siemens saying, Batum Battalion assemble.
As two of the three founding members of the Batum Battalion, that would be pretty sick if that were to be the bobblehead. Shout out Joseph Rye Ward for being the other founding member of the Batum Battalion. But I think you might be right.
Sorry to bring it up.
No, hey, it's somehow part of our legacy.
Could be his last bobblehead.
Ooh, that's a good point.
So you got to go all out.
It's got to be a ship, dude. All right. If it's not a ship, we riot. I'm interested to see the Bradley Beal one. That one might be the most boring. No disrespect to Bradley Beal.
What have his past bobbleheads been like? What kind of heat have they had there? Did you do any research on this?
I'm about to.
Because what's it like? What's his thing?
Yeah, what prop
as
would he
as
have?
a personality? Obviously, we know Bradley Beal the player.
All right, I'm gonna
As, like, the
screen
person.
share.
I guess he gave back. He was very involved in the community in DC.
He's a legend there, just like John Wall, who retired today.
Yeah, shout out former Clipper John Wall. So he's got one with like a little art board. Well, easel.
Ooh, they did a Black Panther one for him, like we got with Kawhi.
Okay, so we got Black Panther, easel. This one. Nothing super, and again, this is no disrespect to Bradley Beal. Nothing incredibly nothing as good as like James Harden with a weird beard comb, or Russ and his weird, shirts.
The accessories.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he always wears a headband, so he's got a signature headband going on. Like work
Removable
something
headband.
in there. Yeah, removable.
You can put on your finger, help, a little dunk.
It's so stretchy that you can actually put it on your head and then back onto the bobblehead.
Yeah, you put it in water and it grows to a regular size headband.
Okay.
Headband.
I like this idea. Okay, that's good. All right. Chris Dunn will also be interesting. I hope he's stealing something. I hope he's swiping something. That would be cool.
It's robbing a bank.
Yeah, we're like, what the fuck? Like, Clippers are really weird with the first bobblehead, but that's what brings the fans in January.
I hope there's a dog that pops out of his rib cage. I hope that's what it is with Kirsten. He got that dog in him.
Alien style.
Yeah,
man.
dude, some real horror, practical horror shit.
Wasn't one of the xenophobes named like a dog or something like that? I forget.
I don't know.
Back in the Alien 3 days.
You'll have to look that one up and let us know.
Sorry, I'm big on the new show.
The Kawhi Leonard one, that'll be cool. They're always pretty good. I'm looking at, I got the Kawhi Santa Claus one. That's fun. All right, other giveaways. They did miss an opportunity for a Van Gundy bobblehead. I think that would actually be incredibly popular.
Ooh.
That would be tight. Yeah. All right, other giveaways. I don't know if I want to give the dates on these because it's just a lot of dates to read off. Home opener t-shirt, magnet schedule, Chris Paul throwback jersey, car freshener, weekender bag, blanket, mini tumble tower, holiday matchup, couldn't tell you, holiday matchup snow globe, beanie, Ivica Zubac's kids growth chart, a TBD giveaway on March 9th, Women's History Night grow her game tote bag, mini hoop and ball, CP3 t-shirt, fan appreciation t-shirt.
Is mini tumble tower like a version of Jenga? I can't call it Jenga.
I think so.
Oh, good call. I thought tumbling like gymnastics.
That would be sick.
Can one of you guys tell me what the car freshener is going to smell like?
The Clippers locker room.
The beach?
Okay. Yeah, a dead seagull.
Yeah, like beach or something? I don't know. What do we think the TBD giveaway is?
I don't think anyone knows yet.
Crossbow?
Makes sense.
Maybe
the Clippers are back to being the hunters.
Air horn would be sick. Clippers air horn.
I'm all for Clippers.
Giving a stadium full of people at their own air horns, I think, is a great idea.
Yeah, give it to them with every beer purchased. You can only get it if you purchase a beer. Can you get the air horn? They're finally going to do, I hope they finally do the Kawhi Hulk hands. It's just a good idea. That or the Steve Ballmer mask. The hyper-realistic Steve Ballmer mask. For every fan. I do think this is a myriad of items that range from really cool. The Chris Paul throwback jersey, that's going to be sweet. That's an awesome giveaway.
That's big time.
Blanket. I hope it's a Clippers blanket. They didn't give any description of what the blanket is. Could just be any blanket. And then I think the Ivica Zubac's kids growth chart is an underrated item on this list. I think that's a cool, as a 90s kid, I feel like you had a growth chart in your room that was it was like Shaq or something, or I know they did a Yao Ming one. I like this old school, not just a t-shirt or a more tactile giveaway for that kind of thing. I think that's a really cool item.
Some function to this. Now you don't have to mark up the inside of your closet to see how much taller your kids are.
Yeah, I'm pro
track of that.
Will, what's your favorite giveaway? Magnet schedule? You strike me as a magnet.
Actually, I kind of love a magnet schedule because it reminds me of when you would go to the bank. When you would go to the bank in a small town and you would get your farm league
FDIC,
baseball, the baseball team's schedule, and it was great because there's not a whole lot to do, but at the same time, it's hard to remember an entire schedule. So you pop that puppy up on the old refrigerator, you're good to go. With that one, I was against it at first, but it's bringing back memories.
Adam, what giveaway jumping out to you?
So I'm wondering about the snow globe. It says holiday matchup December 23rd, and they're taking on Houston that day. So is it a snow globe with Kawhi and KD inside of it or something like that?
It's going to be the two teams' logos.
Maybe this is where we get the face-off thing, but it's James Harden new, James Harden old. You got the Rockets James Harden, Clippers James Harden. They're doing the gun pose where they're jumping at each other. That seems like a holiday giveaway, yeah?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's the spirit. Interested in that. Interested in the beanie. I love a good beanie, especially after a haircut.
What do you mean? Your hair looks great. Adam just got a hair. If you're also not watching us at clippers.com/ or excuse me, youtube.com/clippers podcast, you're missing Adam's fantastic haircut.
Yeah, but when I get the fade during the winter and it gets a little bit cooler, that's when I need my beanie on, you know.
It gets so cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Up in Burbank.
The Nerf hoop and ball or whatever is going on there with the mini hoop and ball, always good. Put that over a door. There's some good giveaways here. Couple of Chris Paul ones.
Yes, leaning hard into that, which makes sense. This is a great giveaway schedule.
Do you guys remember when it used to be a big thing like at McDonald's or Dairy Queen or whatever, like you'd have your Happy Meal treat, but then there'd always be like for like $2 extra, you could add a VHS that was like a promotional thing with a few episodes of a show. It's how
Ninja
I got
Turtles.
into the show Beetleborgs, the Siegfried and Roy animated show, which I still think about that theme song all the time. I'll sing it when we're not on air.
On the Patreon. Will's going to sing that on the Patreon. We're going to talk about movies too.
I wish they were going to do like a little VHS of, the new Alien show or something like that.
Just a random third-party promo.
I remember it was Fox Kids Club that had a joint thing with Burger King that gave away some Ninja Turtles ones, and I had one called April Foolish. And it was purple.
That's tight.
It was big.
See, those are the kind of memories that stick with you forever, and that's what I want for everyone.
I think this is
in a giveaway.
To a Clippers game. I think so. I think this is a list that's close to those vibes. The Zubats growth chart is cool. The mini ball and hoop is like a throwback.
Yeah, but it's not a promotional VHS of it.
Show. You want new shows on VHS?
Yeah, why not?
I want a VHS copy of that game that night, right as I walk out.
Okay, that. Yeah, give me.
Or a bunch of the what was the short-lived Adult Swim show with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin? I'm sure they got some of those kicking around. Yeah, some of those promotional DVDs. They hand those that as a giveaway.
They burned all those like they do Louis Vuitton bags. Yeah,
I don't need clipped on VHS.
A couple new Family Guy episodes on the VHS.
All right, we're getting this is borderline third segment stuff. We're going to go to the third segment now. We're going to talk coming up. We're talking up how they messed up the Clippers section of the West Coast NBA store, and then dip talk. I have a horrific feeling about the dip talk, but we got ads and then the third segment coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back in. It's Clips and Dip, Season 4, Episode 4. I'm Adam Moslem. We got Chuck Mockler and Will Updike here. Charles, I wasn't aware of this story.
You don't know about this?
No, they messed something up at the Clippers section of the West Coast NBA store.
You haven't seen this and you haven't heard about this? As a stand-up comedian, you are putting that person in a deep hole. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. This is from Lawler's Law Yo. Shout out Lawler's Law. This is the display in beautiful City Walk, California, home to the first West Coast NBA store. They have the old logo up on the wrap in the middle of the store.
Yeah, you got to reskin that.
What the fuck is this? Like, they're selling the new jersey, but it's not new this year. Like the logo, I was infuriated by it. Thank you, Lawler's Law, for letting us know. But like, how does this happen?
It's
in our own city, no less.
Shouldn't happen.
In the most beautiful part of the city, City Walk.
Which is like the Eastern Europe of.
Yeah.
They got Kawhi's the New Jersey right, but they mess up the logo like that. It's clashing even worse because of it. Jeez.
Something like this would never happen at the Galleria.
No. Never.
Or the Americana.
Or even the Fox Hills Mall, RIP.
Yeah.
No, I can't wrap my head around it. Like how
We got like 5 new logos better than that one now. They could have chose any of the new ones.
They still have a Raider. Do they still have a Raider image over there?
Dude, no, it went out of business like a year ago. I was bummed. They outlasted the actual Sharper image by like 15 years. Adam, did you ever go to Raider image?
Not a Raider fan.
Well, you don't have to be a Raider fan to go to the Raider image. It's like if the Sharper image only sold Raiders stuff, which pretty fucking cool. No, I can't. How does this oversight happen? This is really just a rant. I don't understand how something like this could happen. As Adam said, it's in our home, and it's the first West Coast NBA store. It's the first one. They'll never do another one after this.
Like someone should just print out on a white sheet of paper the new logo and just tape it up there. Like just do anything's better.
Yeah. Where's the Clippers version of Banksy when we need them? Am I too mad about this also? Is my outrage level too high, or is this fair to be upset about?
This is warranted.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would make sense if it was like last season.
Summer, fine.
Yeah. Actually, it wouldn't even make sense if it was last season because it happened mid-season before. Well, not mid, but
they announced, like
nah.
I have beef. with the NBA.
They can use the Lakers' old logo too now. Like that's crazy. Like, it's the same thing.
All right, like those little shots fired.
No, it's tradition.
They're gonna
use the Minneapolis logo.
That would be sick. Okay, any other thoughts on this disgrace to the wonderful, beautiful new branding of the Clipper store? I'm sure Ballmer's on it. I'm sure Ballmer's in there pointing fingers, telling people what to do.
It's not that I don't wear a hat once in a while of the old logo. It's just that I love the new logo so much more. Let's get things up to speed.
And you're not a store built on selling the new NBA.
Yeah, it's just, how does that happen when you're putting up all the new jerseys and then you look over and you got this?
They didn't get the wrap in time or something? Like the banner wrap guy was so busy? I don't know.
Hang the banner wrap.
I hope it gets fixed. If it gets fixed, please let us know. At ClippersPod on Twitter or at Clippers Podcast on YouTube, because none of us will be going there until it's fixed. I refuse to look at stuff and then decide to not buy it.
Yeah.
Let's
have. Why don't we go in and then have a walkout? Like, why don't? Like we walk in, it's all performative. We see it, are just in disgust. We're holding all these items we're about to buy. We drop them out of our hands. Like, I can't believe what I'm looking at.
No,
it's really traumatizes.
I think we're onto that. I think we're onto something with that.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to prove your point.
Yeah. We're going to, you know what we should do? What if we glued our hands to the logo? Like there was that time when was it right there in the bubble when
like
the activists were
tree or something?
gluing their hands to the court?
I think it was post bubble because there were fans there, but
right.
Yeah.
Or I guess like the quarantine time. All right, so we're going to glue our hands to that logo until they change it. All right, dip talk. It is the off season. We are contractually obligated.
I need 1 sec.
Go for it. Go get your imaginary dip.
I just got to grab mine.
Go for it.
Go pick it up.
Will's got to go make his dip. For those of you who are new to the pod, I'm really speaking to kind of one of my coworkers who said they would listen to the next episode, which they might not. It's the off season. We talk about dips. We either do dip recipes. Adam poses some kind of philosophical question regarding dips, which is always a good time.
The dip or not the dip?
Exactly. What is a dip? We talk about that even off the air.
Yeah.
We don't do this during the season because we're obviously too busy. And we're sometimes too busy in the off season to rate dips. And the rating system is, would you bring it to a barbecue? Adam, did you bring a dip today?
I do have a dip, but I don't know. Some may call it a sauce, but I think
I think
it can be categorized as a dip. I've talked about it before, but I think people are really sleeping on this. So I want to hammer this home.
Dude, is it?
I want to hammer this home.
Go for it.
Is it what?
It's
If you
your
guess
platform.
no,
You're on
if
the
you guess it
soapbox.
right, I won't do it.
Is it honey?
No,
Okay.
it's not honey.
Because that's been an option before from the Oslin camp.
But it is sweet with a little bit of spiciness to it. And it goes better with beef, I think, than what it's intended for.
With
It is
beef?
Buffalo Wild Wings Asian zing sauce. You put this with bulgogi or like some thinly cut sirloin. I put it
That's
in a
the
bowl.
sauce. That's not a
No,
dip.
No, because when you got like a steak thing like that,
Okay.
I'm
You're
it's
not
like
using utensils.
little blankets of steak, and I'm just
Yeah.
dipping it up.
Okay. And you're okay. All right.
I am.
I stand corrected.
It's thick. It's pretty thick.
It could work for K Barbecue. Okay. Will Adams in the middle of seemingly a product placement spot, but what do you got? Adam, Will didn't hear it.
Well, Asian zing. It's not just a sauce for chicken wings. It's really good for steak. It's really good for beef. Really good. Like if a Korean barbecue place had this as one of their 3 sauces that they offer you to dip stuff in, and that's a dip, right? Those sauces they give you, like the little sesame one.
Yes.
If this was one of those, people would freak the F out and be like, "What is this? Oh my god, it's so good!"
What are you dipping
Next
in
time
it?
we go to Next time we go to K Barbecue, please ask if they have Buffalo Wild Wings zesty sauce.
I have to bring my own, man.
Fair play.
It counts. It's fair play. So would you bring that to a barbecue?
Absolutely. I don't know why I didn't bring it recently.
Okay. Hey, now I have questions about the recent barbecue. Will, what is your? Actually, wait. Will, is yours involved? Because I will go not.
Nah, mine's not involved.
Okay, mine's not involved either, so you can go.
I got a nice little mayo-y chipotle kind of sauce going on here. It's a new look QP, of course.
Oh,
of course,
they took the baby out.
No, baby's still there. This is, of
not
course, with the two-way chef cap. You know how I get down. And
what does that mean?
and this is mixed with a salsa huichol, which is it's not a hot sauce per se. It's more of kind of like a taco seasoning thing. It's a little thicker, but I am pairing it with the Super A house-made tortillas, which just come in a Ziploc bag. They're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. So as far as this goes, like the dip, I mean, it's okay. I'm not crazy about this. QP is obviously a 10 out of 10.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
But these tortillas, I would say, are almost a must for a barbecue. If you're gonna serve anything on a tortilla.
What's the carb content on those tortillas?
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just curious because he's a low carb guy and I'm trying to be.
Too much. You eat one. That's your day.
Your whole day?
Well, that's a special treat.
Carb wise, yeah.
I am not. Well, I'll take your word for it. I ate way too many carbs. I start my day with a 1,300 calorie sandwich every day. All right, that sounds delicious. Would you bring the sauce to the barbecue or just the tortillas? Because I would say I am interested in these tortillas.
The tortillas 100%. This sauce, I don't know, something about it. It's not my favorite. It's good. It's good. I'm definitely gonna finish it. But I think like the spice to like citrusy limeness the balance isn't right for me.
Okay. That's fair. It's too much lime.
Yeah.
Anytime, man. Like that 805 Cerveza beer, there's so much. That's like, I get it. You put a bunch of lime anyway.
That is a dangerous little blend where you cross a certain threshold with too much lime that,
it's all lime.
There's no going back.
Yeah.
It's like too much salt. Like there's really no going back.
No. That sounds delicious. I went even less involved. I had a little birthday barbecue. I told people to bring chips. I am working through, Hannah and I are working through 17 bags of chips, 12 things of queso. So I kept it classic today, fellas. I went spicy queso, Tostitos. This was a gift from our wonderful friend Hannah Yazzelino, who's a great teacher. I'm going brand to brand, baby. Tostitos and Tostitos. I'm sure I'm not blowing anyone's mind when
The
I say
vertical integration, though, is just seamless.
I went for more of a synergy thing for this week. And it's I'm sure everyone listening to this pod has had this combination. I would bring it to a barbecue. It was brought to my barbecue that I had recently. It's great.
Hey, the spicy queso from them is harder to find. I always only get the medium at Pavilion, so that's really a delicacy, actually.
Yeah, I'm rationing it out. I'm making sure not to eat too much of it at once, but no, and I would bring this to a barbecue. I have before. No one's ever mad at it. Yeah, I think we went 3 for 3 yet again on the dips.
Mine started a little sus, but ended up.
Your argument was perfect. The logic, everything. It's a dip.
Honestly, Korean barbecue would be lucky to have this.
Okay, let's not. We don't need to. Korean barbecue is delicious right now. Let's not. Yeah.
No, I love Korean bar. I'm just saying, you add this bonus.
Look,
this is the deluxe, son.
They might have done things differently in those in AP classes that I'm sure you were a part of in Sacramento. But 100 is the best that you can get where I'm from, and that's Korean barbecue. So
KBBQ's at 100. Yeah. All right, 3 for 3. If you have dip recipes, send them to us. We will make them. We're 1 for 1 on making dip recipes on this show. And remember, once the regular season hits, we don't talk about dips. We only talk about the Clipper. So get your recipes in. Fellas, any final words before we send these folks out? We talked the schedule. How are we doing?
Honestly, this is probably one of the better schedules they've had in a while.
Sure.
Even with, it says something that they have 18 games in March, and I'm still saying it's probably one of the better, one of the better schedules they've had in a while. They're home for some of those, so I'm okay with that. I like the home road ratio going on after the All-Star break. I feel overall encouraged by the Clippers schedule here.
Will, final thoughts? Got a thumbs up. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you missed Will's thumbs up.
I think I've said everything that needs to be said about the schedule in an hour-long podcast episode about the schedule.
And the bobbleheads and the giveaways and chips and the NBA store. So
the giveaway and the bobblehead stuff was pretty clutch, Chuck.
They did it. Well, that's what I care about. We're going to be back next week with a guest. Who is it? Couldn't tell you, but they will be on the pod next week. Will, where can people review this podcast, either for our party ideas, such as the dips, or for our always correct Clippers opinions and thoughts?
Or Mo Twister. You can do that over on YouTube. That's on any single video. Please subscribe to us there. Hit the little bell so you can get notifications. We accidentally went live at the beginning of this. You could get little flubs like that sent directly to whatever your YouTube version of an inbox is. If you're not down for the video thing, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. If you happen to listen over on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a little rating or review. It definitely helps us out. But however you listen, however you watch, hey, you're really with us through the doldrums of the of the off season right now, and we appreciate you.
We really do. I want to give my nephew a shout out for this awesome Montana Grizz U.S. Forest Service shirt for my birthday. Adam, most important part of the pod, one positive thing to send these Clippers folks out for the next week until we're back to lift their spirits again.
I'm going to prevent my own forest fires here by not engaging with people on Twitter who call me an idiot because basketball was better 30 years ago. I'm going to abstain this time. I got into it with Matt Moore. That was so last year when we got into it on a podcast for an entire hour. I'm not going to do it this time. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm not going to be rage baited. Yesterday I was, and I said, let's do this dime, drop the link in there, let's go. But today, cooler heads prevail. So I won't embarrass myself, and by extension, you guys here on Clips and Dip
Oh,
this
you would
time as
never
well.
embarrass us. We know you would
Come
win
on.
that argument. I said, well, maybe. Well, that sauce seemed like it changed your life. So shout out that dip. Thank you all
There
for
is some
hanging
sweet
out.
to it, and that's just like me. Some sweet and some heat.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging out. We'll be back next week. And as always, let's go Clips. Fireworks.